Happy Friday, everyone. It's your friends from the Prime Real Estate team. Well, most of us, anyways. We got David B., we got Daniel R., and here we are on a Friday afternoon. Of course, we like to deliver the monthly sales stats report to you to let you know what happened in the month of October for real estate. We're going to get to the stats in just a moment. Megan, by the way, is in transit right now, so she's not around. Afraz, I think, is out and about doing something. Some interesting things happened this past couple of weeks, right, gentlemen? My goodness, where do we start? Daniel, from the Airbnb standpoint, of course, people have been reading in the news about the fact that this is a thing of the past now. What have you been bumping into?
The government is just dropping huge announcements, it seems, by the day recently. So, Airbnb short-term rental, let's call it a restriction, was announced pretty recently. It's not an outright ban because they're still saying that you can do Airbnb out of your primary residence or if you have like a garden suite or a basement suite. But for all those people who owned secondary homes in like condos or houses that they had in Airbnb, those are no more as of next May. And it's kind of a big blanket announcement. There's many people upset, many happy. It's kind of controversial at the moment, and it's just settling in right now.
I did a search earlier today, and I noticed that in the past 7 days, there's 55 new condo listings in Victoria proper, of which you know the addresses of the buildings that are typically short-term vacation rental, and about 30 of them are on the market right now. So this is something new. We're seeing some product. By the way, I also noticed that agents are making mention of the fact that on resale, these are GST applicable because, of course, they were run as a business before, not as a principal residence. There's a lot to know about this, right? So 55 in the past 7 days, 87 in the past 14 days. So there's a lot of activity going in that sort of, it's all inner harbor stuff, folks. So, one bedroom condos in around that 550, 600 range. So it's far from affordable. It's not affordable housing. It's a whole different use altogether. So there is that. We're going to report more as we move along. The concern, though, as Daniel mentioned, is it's strange because it's not very often governments come about and decide to take away the rights of property owners because let's remember these people bought these units fully legal use, paying licenses, paying permits, everything's all fine. And normally when you change a rule, you have a grandfather clause where you can continue doing it until you sell. But oh no, now this time it's as of May, boom, you're done. Um, Something else happened too. The news yesterday. I haven't even read it yet. You were telling me about it, Daniel. Bylaws and zoning.
Yeah, so I mean, another big announcement. I'm just kind of getting my head around it too, but essentially, kind of another blanket announcement that all zoning in the province is changing. So essentially getting rid of the process you had to go through previously, where you had to go for public hearings and work to rezone. If you fit in the right size of land and the right area in the official community plan, you're just kind of automatically zoned for higher density now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've been thinking more about it. For years, here we are, Victoria, 13 municipalities. We've got 13 sets of bylaws, 13 sets of rules. The capital region here has been talking about amalgamating. Oh, that's a bad word. People, the municipalities hate that word, but amalgamating bylaws and zoning information, and it's never happened. But it seems like this is what the government wants the province to do. So that's going to be very interesting.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, should
yeah.
open up a lot of opportunities. I think that's probably a more effective thing than the Airbnb thing for creating new housing and opportunities. I know a couple of developers that are looking to do more density and run into some complications with it. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. But lots of new rentals on the market too with this new Airbnb thing. So it's definitely taking an effect. We're seeing new products and new rentals and new opportunities. So
Well, it's an interesting time. I mean, Mackenzie and Shelburne, the University Heights there. I mean, that's I understand it's 600 rental units. So we've got a lot of stuff happening, and what will happen? Well, it's going to relieve that pressure that we have on rental properties. Will it cause prices to drop? Well, actually, this is a great segue to talk about what's going on out there in the marketplace. So, folks, we ended up last month with 407 sales. That is down 15% from last year. Now, many have reported it's a low October, and it's true. I had a look over here in all categories. You can see here, we are the fourth, or sorry, it was the fourth lowest October on record since 1990. I don't know if that's good or bad, but let's just say there were slower months, 394, 316, 373. So it's not unusual. It's not the lowest month at all. On the flip side, though, we did see a 990 sale month. But you guys remember, that was 2020. That was 2021. That's when things were nuts. We're never going to see that again. We're going to end up the year probably around 6,000 sales. Again, not a terrible number, not the peak of 10,600, like about 11,000 that we saw again back in 2016, but somewhere probably around the seventh highest since 1990. Again, not terrible by any means. The thing that people were curious about is, how about prices? So you see the average price for a detached single family home ended up at, where are we here, folks? It's around here somewhere. 1,259,000 for the month. That is a little down from last month. It is up from October of last year. I think it's up. Can't remember. Oh, I got the percentages right here. In any event, we got higher interest rates. We have lower sales, but the prices aren't really moving. They're not dropping as I think some people were kind of hoping they would. The bottom line is we're bumping into sellers who are saying, I'll sell, but I'm not going to fire sale. I'm not giving things. I'll sell if I sell. Right. We're definitely far from the peak of sort of April 2022. We're not going to see those numbers for a little bit, I don't think. But when people talk about the fact that prices have dropped, sure, they've dropped. They dropped from the peak, but they're still pretty high. I mean, they're higher than anything that happened in, pretty well 2021. Right? We've just retreated back a little bit. That's what's happened. The new listings is one that I don't really get into too often. We ended up with 1,100 brand new listings for the month of October. Same thing, it's not super high. There were higher months, back in 2007, 8, and 9 at 1,100, 1,169, 1,166, that kind of thing. So, to answer the question that some people have, what's going on out there in the marketplace? Definitely changing. The interest rates were held this time again. They're always threatening that they got to do another rate increase. I think it's going to be smooth sailing like this for the next little bit, but it's kind of the new norm. We're back to the way things were pre-20, not just 2020. I'm going to say even pre-2016, as far as tempo and as far as pace is concerned. Although we got higher prices, we still got low inventory, and there's still a lot of demand coming into the region here. So, interesting time. We've got short-term vacation rental rules. We got bylaw changes. Geez, what's next? What next going to happen here, guys?
An announcement every day.
It is an announcement every day. There's a lot of stuff. I think some of this is good, right? I have been telling people. I was on Check News last night. I haven't watched it, so I can't even remember what I said. I don't know. We were talking about real estate, and it's just the government is doing stuff to make changes, and they're probably the biggest changes that we've seen for a little while. I hope it makes a difference. For us in the business, it's not like we want prices to continually go up, but at least give us inventory. Like I think you guys would agree, if suddenly inventory doubled or tripled, rather selfishly, that would be a good thing for the real estate industry, because we'd triple our production, right? So it's not like we're trying to hold prices, not like we're trying to keep inventory low.
Stability, right? Just stability. So much change going on between COVID and then interest rates and then government changes. Just stability, it would be nice.
Yeah. This will be a year for the records, actually, as far as all of the change and everything that's happened in the past little bit. But anyways, for us folks, business as usual. It was another busy month. We have things going on. There's no shortage of people that still want to buy or sell. And it's not just there's folks that are, the interest rates will affect them. They're not able to buy. They've got to wait. I get that, right? But there's also a lot of people that have to move for whatever reason, relocating. They need a bigger house. They need a smaller house. They want to, there's investment opportunities out there, by the way. There is absolutely investment opportunities, especially now, 55 new condos in the market in the past 7 days. Who knows? Maybe it's time to look, right? If you have any questions you want to talk about this, I feel like this is a longer report this month. You guys get anything else right there?
Well, I just wanted to mention I'm doing Movember, so
I can't tell. It just, it looks like
than usual.
Hey, so am I.
Yeah, one of our close friends, he just went through some stuff and got some great news yesterday that
cancer free.
So we're pretty excited about that. But motivated me to grow a mow this year, so I'm gonna.
I can't wait.
Check out my Instagram. It's gonna look pretty, mo-tastic by the end of the month.
I want to see the handlebar. Okay, gents. We'll see all of you this time next month. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.